Hey guys, this is Check 101. I'm doing a response video to Fateofdestinee's conceal carry video as far as lethal options and everything. She kind of brought it up as a lot of options for women and stuff like that, and I actually just brought my girlfriend shooting for the first time last weekend, and turns out that her favorite gun to shoot, by the way, was a Glock 23. And I just thought it was really funny because she's a very tiny girl. And the gun was actually so big that she actually had to grip it with two hands like this rather than, cupping it. It was kind of funny. But this is just my response video to what I tend to carry as far as lethal and non-lethal options in a given day. If I'm not going to school or anything like that, or if I'm not going out of state, typically this is what I'll be carrying on a given day. Um, Starting with my lethal options and then kind of going down from there. My favorite conceal carry pistol is the Ruger LC9. Um, it is a fantastic handgun and probably my most accurate right now. I've had it the longest, so of all my firearms. So this one has really kind of become my go-to, and I'm really, really pleased with it. The capacity on it is seven rounds. Yes, it's loaded. I keep it loaded when it's on my person. I carry a spare magazine in the holster as well. Going to my blade options, my primary folding knife is a Benchmade Griptilian. I love this knife. It has a training option with it, so when I train with my blades, this is what I'm training with primarily. My backup is just its little brother for now, the Mini Griptilian. Love it. I've done a review on the Griptilian. I haven't done one on the Mini Griptilian yet. As far as fixed blades, right now, what I'm carrying is a Cold Steel Braveheart. I really like this, just as a backup. The way I'm carrying it right now, I can try to show you here, is with a static cord carry method on the back. Yeah, I'm sure you can really see that on my black clothing. That helps. What it is it's tether cord carry, so static cord carry, if you will, and then I made the Kydex sheath for it, and basically it's just like a taco style sheath. And it just pulls out like that. That way it's a very easy grab, and it's pretty easy to put away too, because I gave it a pretty wide opening to get the blade back in there if I'm just using it for utility purposes. Next for a fixed blade is I've been carrying a Spyderco Street Beat on my offside. This is sort of my Lego my gun, sort of knife. I carry it on that side, specifically for retention purposes. It's really quick to get to. It's a super, quick knife. It's got decent retention in the sheath, but it's nice and fast. And then lastly, for fixed blades, for knives in general, right now I'm carrying the Braveheart's, kind of little brother, the Cold Steel Secret Edge, and that's just as a neck knife. I usually just kind of carry that. I usually do carry a neck knife. I don't love them, but to me they give me options. If I want to carry it like this, that's fine. If I want to carry it static cord carry, I can do that as well, and that gives me lots of options all over the place. If I'm going out of state or something, I won't have the gun on me, and I do have my book, knife laws around in all 50 states. So I tend to kind of look up where I'm going that day, what's allowed, what's not allowed, and I'll leave home things that aren't. Just because, I don't do anything bad, but you never know. You just don't want to be in that situation. Nextly, non-lethal options. I don't have that many of them. Firstly is, well, I'll say first, this is the CRKT Tau tactical pen. It just unscrews like that. It's got a, what do you call it? The Fisher Space Pen insert in there with the cartridge that it uses, and it just screws on there. It's really nice. It's aluminum. And it's been like my favorite pen for carrying just for that purpose recently. And then this is what my brother got me last year for Christmas, I think. Um, and this is the Streamlight Pro Tac 2 AA. It's a really, really bright light. I love it. It's got three settings. It's got the bright, then it's got, after that it's strobe if you tap it twice, and then if you tap it three times it goes dull. Um, so typically, what I use most is probably the dull, just because I don't need an awful lot of light, especially if it's really dark. It just light, brights it up anyway. I like the fact that it's bright and then strobe because, defensively speaking, if I'm in a darker situation or whatever, um, I can kind of grab, and blind. I mean, it really does do a really good job of that, and um, it's not, and right after that is strobe, and it's a really, really fast strobe. I don't know, yeah, you can't even see that, but it's a really, really quick strobe, and it does a fantastic job, and it's super bright. And the battery life on it is pretty long. I try to keep it dull if I plan on using it for a long period of time, but, you know, so that's pretty much it. I don't carry a baton or anything. The baton restrictions in my state are pretty iffy. Like, it says you can carry them if you're not causing a disturbance to the peace, but if you are and you get caught, it's basically a felony at that point. It becomes a very, very gray area. So I try to stay away from stuff like that. However, a flashlight and a pen, you can't really argue with that. So other than that, going to less lethal options. I do tactical training, martial arts training, and stuff like that, so that tends to help a little bit too. Um, but a basis in hand-to-hand combat and in blade work and stuff like that is just as necessary, if not more necessary, than with a gun. Chances are that the situation that you're in is going to be less than lethal, and a lot, and as soon as you bring a gun or a knife into a situation, that becomes a lethal situation, and you have to not be the one to present that that lethal component to the altercation. You need to try to keep it as low as possible. If they bring it in, then legally you can do whatever you need to protect yourself if you're in fear for your life. But you really need to kind of exercise caution when you're talking about using a lethal option. Obviously, for women, there's always the possibility of having a disparity of force. Like I said, my girlfriend's real tiny, so a guy like me trying to attack her or something like that, that would be a huge disparity of force. I weigh almost twice what she weighs, so me trying to attack her is going to be a huge disparity of force. I mean, you figure boxers and wrestlers in their weight class, it's a very small window for a specific weight class, and there's a reason for that. But again, that's also a good reason to carry, for women especially, carry pepper spray, carry a baton, if you can, carry, a flashlight or stuff like that for less lethal options. But, if it gets beyond that, take the time, do the training, get your license to carry, and carry. That's the thing. I know a lot of people who have their license to carry, and every time, I see them or whatever, hey, you carrying? No, I'm not. Well, why not? And their answer is usually the same thing. Well, I haven't found the right gun, or I just didn't feel like it today, or whatever. So, try to carry every day if you can, and that's always, a good bit of advice, um, to keep yourself safe. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review or the video, and if you guys have any questions about my carry method or, something that might suit you well, let me know. All right, thank you guys for watching.